5-star shout out. I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in. You can't make you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, well. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing out there? Welcome to the Side Jawn. I'm your host, Dennis Holmes, with my co-host, the Chocolate Girl.
Good morning. It's great to be here on Saturday morning, my favorite day of the week. Good to see
Saturday morning.
See our wonderful guests. Get started today.
Yes, we do. Saturday morning. We're here each and every Saturday morning. Happy to see y'all. 10 a.m. We got our special guest in the building, Cameron Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. First of all, Cam, we have a question that we ask each and everybody when they come on.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to ask you since you are the guest. How was your week?
It was pretty good. Work, but it was good.
Okay. That's good. Chocolate Girl, how was your week?
I've had a great week, full of challenges and overcoming challenges, which has been great. So I've had a victorious week. The weather was kind of crazy down here in North Carolina, but it's good weather. Good, springtime is easing in well. So, I'm not a wintertime girl. I'm a spring and summer months person. So it's looking better.
It's moving in. How was that solar eclipse for y'all? Just asking.
Oh, it was dope as usual. It's dope. I got a nice picture of it.
Yeah, it was.
I was shocked. I was shocked I got a picture. But yeah, it was good. I ran outside because I go on break at 3, and right about 3 is when I could see it. So I got out there just in time. How was your week?
My week was good. I went to WrestleMania.
Yeah, how was that?
I went to WrestleMania. WrestleMania was very good, very entertaining. They did a great job. Great job.
What did you like the most about it?
Getting to see some of my favorite wrestlers live was my favorite part. I usually watch them on TV. I haven't been to a live event since I was about 6. So that was my first one since then. So getting to see some of your favorite wrestlers live, some of the things that goes on, like the crowd, people, the chants,
It's hype.
And then I came to realize ain't that many kids at these events.
No,
it might be 30% kids, 70% adults.
Whoa, that's a big difference.
That 30%, that's a lot. I didn't expect it to be that many kids.
Do they still have?
No, I didn't.
Do they still have The Rock actually performing? I seen some videos.
The Rock actually was in the main event.
That's no man.
Oh, you got to see The Rock. Oh,
I got to see the final ball.
Anybody? Did you run into anybody that you possibly know out there while you were out there?
Yeah, me and AB, we met up.
That was
AB
so
don't
funny.
do
When I saw the picture, I was like, they look like cousins.
They
look like brothers, cousins, something.
Yeah, me and AB, we met up. I tried to meet up with everybody because everybody supposedly had tickets. But wasn't nobody there. You just say that, right?
Tickets and no show, right?
No show, right? Wasn't nobody there. It was cold Saturday night though. It was cold.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Um, yeah, but Cam, I did see The Rock. The Rock, he calls himself the final boss now.
Oh, he changed his name.
No, he's still The Rock, but slash final boss.
Do he still do the elbow? You know the thing.
Yes,
He still do
yeah,
that? Cool. That was
and the
interesting.
Rock bottom.
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
smell what the Rock is cooking, man. Back in
yeah,
the late '90s or early 2000s, that was the thing, man. We used to
yeah.
be like,
That was my time. I,
yeah,
I was watching all that. Him, Stone Cold. I was watching all that.
Stone Cold
Only
was.
thing I didn't do, I didn't go to night two because I was so tired from night one.
Mhm.
I didn't go to night two.
Oh,
So that was the only thing. Night two, I missed the Undertaker. I didn't know the Undertaker was coming out. It's the
oh
only
no.
thing I regret because I missed the Undertaker.
Is he still wrestling?
No, he's not wrestling full time, but he makes appearances.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll show up like every couple months, pop in. Um, and that was it. That was all for me. I did see John Cena that Monday. I went again that Monday to Monday Night Raw
Mm,
because the Monday after WrestleMania is
mm,
usually one of the most epic Monday Night Raws in
mm.
the history. So I made sure I went to that. Uh,
So do you have like, if you don't mind me asking, so you pretty much get seasonal passes to get in there because you go a lot,
no, I don't get seasonal passes to go nowhere. I just buy tickets like regular people. That's it.
huh? Okay.
I don't I ain't got no seasonal passes, got no special hookups, nothing. But if you see where I bought tickets at, and then if you see where I'm sitting at, you would think I was extra special, but I ain't. Let me just say that like, from where I bought tickets at was standing room only, to where I
Yeah.
was sitting at was section 102.
I want actually, you got.
Yeah, I just move around, just keep moving until I get somewhere I like.
That's the way you do it, man.
Yeah. But besides all that, though, we are here to talk about you, who Cameron, you have started your own vacation business. But
Mhm.
I don't want to get all the way into that. The first thing I want to get into asking you questions is, where did you start? Where was your journey at before you got the business?
I was just a college student, man. I was just a sport athlete and just a regular college student before I get into the business field.
Okay. Now, what college was that?
I went to Valencia and then I transferred over to UCF, uh, University. Yeah,
Okay. Central
University.
Florida.
Correct.
Not bad at all. And got your degree, and then after that, what was your first job?
My first job was, like I said, I was doing ticket broker, and then I transitioned into Westgate, being a sales agent, and I did that for a couple of years, and then I just went on
Well,
my.
wait a minute, hold up before you go any further. What
Mhm.
made you go to Westgate? Because Westgate now, here's
Uh,
the thing with me and Westgate. I was almost 10 years ago.
yeah.
They sold me a dream. I was almost in on Westgate. I'm just gonna
Uh-huh.
let you know. 10 years ago, they sold me a dream. I was almost in. I
Mhm.
could have been a Westgate guy 10 years ago.
And what happened to that?
I had stopped because I had to realize that um with that $99 for what is it, 4 days and 3 nights, or three
Yeah.
days and 4 nights to go to Orlando. To go to Orlando. And I was like, oh, this is a deal. I gotta go. Then somebody was like, yeah, but you gotta
Or
go to
Ramsey.
the yes, you gotta go to that. And I was like, all right, that's about an hour. It was like, no, it's not an hour. It's actually it's actually like 4 hours.
That's what they
I
try to
said,
milk.
well, if I don't know about 4 hours. But I was like, this deal. I'm like, you can't beat a deal like this. But for 4 hours?
Hmm.
I don't know if I can sit there for 4 hours.
Yeah, but do you know, it's 90 minutes is 90 minutes. I always tell people when you take those tours, just put on a stopwatch. Once you complete the 90 minutes, you can get up. See, those sales agents, they have a lot of tactics to where they try to make you feel like you're obligated of going over those 90 minutes. So they're trained to do that. But once you, like I said, once you completed that, the 90 minutes, you just get up and walk. You didn't even have to say goodbye. Just get out of there.
Wow. Now let me tell you what they did. at one place I went to. I ain't gonna say the name of it. There's one place I went to. You know, they got me. They got me. I'm walking by. They said, "Hey, we giving out $100 in Visa cards.
Mm.
All you gotta do is come sit through this tour, 90 minutes, right?" So we go through the tour. They selling the dream as usual. They always selling the dream. They almost got me, but I ain't had no money, so it was good. So I get there. The 90 minutes go. They tell me how much it's gonna cost. I'm like, oh, that's good. I can't afford that. Next thing you know, somebody else come get
Yeah.
me. Now they tell me a different price, right? I'm like, nah, I can't afford that either.
Mm.
So as I'm walking out, they said another guy.
Uh-huh.
Now he has a price that's reasonable. I can afford.
Right.
I can pay for this right now. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Y'all almost had me though, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Y'all almost had me.
Yeah, I
They
tell
almost
people all.
got me.
Yeah, I tell people all the time with timeshare. If you can afford it, do it. If you cannot afford it, don't do it. If you do the math on it, it actually makes sense. If you're a traveler, so if you travel at least 3 to 4 times out of the year, I would say roughly, and you have a specific location you like to go to, let's say example Orlando, then I would
Right.
say, and you can afford it, do it. But a lot of people, they don't tend to think about their budget, but it do make sense pretty much in getting
It
timeshare.
does.
If you can't afford it, just stay away from it.
It does. And then if you're like me, and you like to go to different places,
Mm,
because I think Westgate got one in Vegas. They got
right.
Orlando.
Mm,
They partner with a cruise. Um they was only missing a couple more places. They had a couple more places I
mm,
might have been in, but nowadays, those things just go by. Now you was at Westgate that long, and
mm,
you build yourself up,
mm.
to say I could do better than this.
Correct.
How was that?
It was a big life change. I mean, when I was done there, I had to pretty much figure out because, like I told you, I got laid off too because that was the time of the election. I think when Obama first came in, I think, yeah, he was running for president. So the company started to do a lot of cuts, even though I was one of the top sales agents there, because of my income was pretty much high. If you was making anywhere over 50, 60, 70,000, they would have cut you and keep the lower tier people who they can afford. So once they did that, I pretty much got my stuff together, network, and I started managing a sales office that does the same thing I was doing at Westgate, and pretty much I was working for them for like 5 years. I moved up to a manager position, and when they transitioned into a different field, that's when they gave me my opportunity to take over the contract. So to me, it was like a blessing from God, pretty much. So it's like all of my hard work and my trial and tribulations and my skill all came right into play into getting taken over. So
Now, how did you get these relationships with these resorts or cruises? To make sure that you can give people some of the best experiences that they've ever been on.
it all comes with networking. I mean, like I said, with me being in the field and there's all the contracts. I got certain contracts to where I can save people, massive amount of money. And we don't only focus on timeshare. We do normal travel packages as well. So I do pretty much, both sides of the world. So if someone want
Right.
to transition into timeshare and they want to pay that cheap deal, we can do that. If somebody want to transition into a normal vacation package, and we can still save the money as well versus the general public prices. So it's all about our platform and the access that we have. When you're a travel company, you have access to prices that the general public don't have. So that's why we share it to the customers so they can pretty much, save some money. Pretty much everybody want to save money.
That's good. That's definitely good. Now, what was it like going out there and getting your first amount of customers, man? What was that like?
It was easy for me because I mean I don't want to sound like too egotistic, but it was very easy because I have that personality. People tend to click with me because I have good customer service as well. And so it wasn't hard. It was very easy. I think once you learn how to talk to people and show them what you can save them, they pretty much cling right on to you and stay with you.
Now, do you go on these vacations yourself as well?
Correct.
Okay, so you already so when you send people out there, you
Mhm.
already know, hey, I'm sending you to the Bahamas. Make
Correct.
sure you go over there, cross that Sidney Portier Bridge, go over there and go see, that nice hotel over there. Yeah, I've
Correct.
been. I know. Yeah.
And that's good. I like to always recommend someone somewhere that I went so I can, because in the travel industry, a lot of people, they want to make sure, number one, they're safe. They want to make sure the food is good. They want to make sure how the rooms look. So I pretty much, I always recommend places that I go so I can let them know that, hey, I'm a word of mouth advertisement myself. I did it before. There's a great opportunity to go there, check it out, and have a good time. Yeah, of course, man.
You gotta start. You gotta start taking videos of that, man, and putting it on your social media.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on that as well. I have a team now. They're
Yeah,
restructuring
you gotta
and stuff. Yep,
show
correct.
them. Once you show people that you out there and
Hmm.
you actually ate food at a local spot that don't nobody really go to, but you
Hmm.
let them know it's safe and the food is good, and you should come here.
Correct.
You'll
Yep.
be surprised how many people will go there and go eat
Yeah, for
after
real.
that and
It's all.
say, "Oh, I was recommended by Cam."
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
You know
Social
how
media.
they send you to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and give you that fungo.
Hmm.
You know how they always go to get the fungo. I'm not really a fan of the fungo, but everybody goes and gets it because that's the place you recommend it.
Correct.
That's what that's how I look at things. Like you gonna travel, you gotta let the especially because it's women, they always go on girls trips. Number
Yeah.
one thing about them is safety. So you want to let them know it's safe. Then you also want to let them know you could go have fun. Don't be
Hmm.
afraid to be out with the locals.
Hmm.
This is a local area that actually takes care of people and actually wants you to spend their dollars with them.
Hmm.
That's a lot.
Yep.
I tell you, that's a lot. That means a lot to people, and they'll come and they'll go through that.
Yep. And customers, the average customer or couple, the cost of travel is expensive. So you want to make sure they're getting their needs met because statistics shows that if you just travel in your own state, right here in the United States, for a couple is around $1,500 to have a good time. And that's like a
Right.
couple a trip. That's airfare. That's staying at a affordable hotel, getting your transportation, all that good stuff. So if you don't meet those customers' needs and they take that trip, they're out just domestically, they're out $2,000 of a bad experience. So we
Right.
always try to make sure these customers have good experience and we basically meeting their needs. So that's what we make.
And people don't even know
Mm,
how affordable stuff is because, like you said, it's $1,500, and a lot of people are like, oh, I ain't got $1,500 to go nowhere. But it's not always $1,500. That's just like the minimum. I mean,
mm,
that's just like an average,
mm-hmm,
not the minimum average. But there's some places you could go as a couple and
mm-hmm.
have a great time for $600,
Correct.
and
And we,
that covered everything. That covered your food, your hotel, and your airplane, and your flight. I mean,
yep. But $600 is a little bit cheap though. I won't say $600 for airfare.
I mean, well, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's me. I'm more so. I just need a clean shower, clean bathroom,
Mm,
clean room. That's it. I don't need no TV in there. I don't need none of that.
yeah,
Need the Wi-Fi, but I don't need no TV.
I like customers like you as well. You're pretty much simple guy, down to earth.
Yeah,
Once
down
you
there, down. I'm only
listen,
only gonna be in there to go to sleep, and
yeah,
and probably edit some more podcast stuff and try to see what more I'm gonna do to get better. That's all I'm using the room for. Other than that, I'm out.
it's for real.
That's usually what it is. I'm out. Now, some people want 5-star amenities.
Hmm.
They want to pay for the $17 water bottle that's in their room. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that.
Yeah, I was on a
But
trip.
but now, out of all of your customer service and all the years you've been doing it,
Mm.
what's some of the craziest customers you got? Like somebody just came to you and said, "Hey, I want to go to you know somewhere different, a naked colonist, me and my wife, you know. Have you
Uh,
got anything crazy like that?
well, I had a few customers like they want to do like the all adults resort to where I had a guy call me. He's like, hey, listen, man, I don't want to go nowhere where I can see kids. I just want to be on the beach. I want to walk around butt naked. I want to smoke me weed. I want to, I just want to be in an all inclusive, all adults only. And I mean, extremely all adults. So I would say I can't say what else he said, but that was probably the most extreme call I had, to where I had to find a resort that is for all adults, what he was looking for, pretty much. So, but that turned out it was pretty good because his personality, once he was done with the trip, he's like, man, I had a good time. I met good people. I partied with the women and stuff like that. So we met his needs. So that's the whole thing. So, but it
Okay,
was a good
that was,
experience. That was a bit extreme.
that's cool. I really want to know where did he go? Like what place did he go to? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it was out in Mexico, all inclusive resort. They have a Dulce resort out there in Mexico.
Oh, okay,
hmm I'll give you
that's
the
good.
that one.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm about to get my passport. Monday, I'm gonna go get my Monday, I'm gonna go take my picture, get all my paperwork in for my passport.
Do it,
I,
man.
I tried to do it. I tried to do it Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
They wouldn't let me. They told me that they do walk-ins
Yeah,
from 12 to 2.
uh-huh.
I got there at 1:30.
And they won't do
Ain't nobody see me till 4 o'clock.
it.
At 4 o'clock, they told me, "Oh yeah, we start walk-ins at 1 o'clock."
Yeah.
I said, "Ain't nobody say nothing to me. I was sitting here since 1:30."
Yeah, but once the process is pretty easy, depending on what state you're in, it takes up to like 3 weeks. So once you don't
Yeah,
have like a felony on your record, or once your background is clean, it's pretty quick. But if you're like, let's say you have a felon or something and you need approval from the judge, then that can take a little longer. But besides that, man, 3 weeks, you just pay it's 145. I think it went up to like 175. You got to take the pictures and stuff. Yeah, so it's pretty fast.
that's good. That's
But
good.
do it,
I can't wait to
do it.
can't wait to get it. I'm planning on going to Brazil for the Eagles game. Uh, Eagles play the Packers in Brazil,
Brazil,
week
nice.
1 of the NFL season. Yeah,
Okay, so let's go Eagles.
that's my goal. And those are kind of trips that a lot of people are really like interested in, like going away games with their team and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the
So
best.
if you get those together, you'll
I
get a couple more customers and sports
Yeah,
customers.
for sure. Because those people like yourself, fans, they pretty much follow their teams everywhere. So I got you.
Okay, all right. Um, I got 2 more questions for you before the chocolate girl comes,
Mhm.
and that'll be it. You said that you lived in the Bahamas, right?
Correct.
Now, where was you born at in the United States,
I was born in Miami.
and then moved to the Bahamas?
Moved to the Bahamas when I was well, I was a baby when I moved to the Bahamas. Correct.
When did you come back to the States?
I came back when I was like 18. That's when I started.
Wow, that's crazy. You've been in the Bahamas all your life. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, by heart, I'm a true Bahamian. I'm not, even though I'm
Yeah,
American. I was born there, but I consider myself as a true Bahamian.
true Bohemian. Yeah, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you for that. That was it's a little different. I ain't mad at you for that.
Yeah.
I've been over there. Been over there for about 3 days.
Mhm.
The Bahamas is a nice spot to be at. I don't know if I can be there every day because it was 80. It was 80 degrees outside, and they had on coats. And I'm like, shit, I'm hot. What the hell they got coats on for? But I'm like, guess to them that's cold, 80 degrees.
Tell me about it, man. Like when I came over here, like 70 degrees to me was like it was freezing, man. I don't know what it is. Bahamas, the coldest it gets in the Bahamas is maybe I would say low 70s. So over
Bah,
50, 60s, we're done, man. We can't handle that cold, man. Us Caribbean people.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That was yeah, I had a good time in the Bahamas. I even adventured out, went to a couple other places.
You
None
went
but
to
love there.
you went to Nassau?
Yeah, I was in Nassau.
Yeah, Nassau is cool.
And I was in Freeport.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
Nassau is
I've
more.
been there.
Nassau is more. I would say I like Nassau over Freeport, for sure.
Yeah. Freeport, I think got hit with the hurricane when I went down
Yeah, they got devastated over there.
there. Yeah, they got hit with the hurricane. Now, besides boxing, any other sports that you into?
I'm into basketball, track, but mostly boxing and basketball. Basketball, I can get down with that too.
Okay, that's good. That is good. So you really into the Olympics, track and field and all that? Okay.
Yeah,
Olympics will be Olympics will be coming up this summer.
yeah. They got a kid who just broke Usain Bolt record, man. The 18-year-old kid from Jamaica. That boy is from the 300 meters. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah, man.
I heard
That
about
boy.
that.
Woo! He's fast.
That's some fast people out there. I ain't ever been fast, so I ain't got to worry about that. That ain't never been my forte uh, at all. I haven't been the fastest or the strongest, but I can make it do what it do. That was me. Football was my thing. That was my sport.
Okay, cool.
I only played basketball because there wasn't nothing else to do.
What position you played in football?
The whole offensive line. I started off at guard.
Hmm.
I had to move to center because something happened to our center.
Hmm.
Then I had to go to tackle because after that, I finally got somebody to play center.
Hmm.
And one of my homies, everybody else knew how to play guard, so I went to tackle because
Hmm.
I'm the only one that knew all the plays.
Okay.
So that's how that went. And then I had to play defense because a lot of people couldn't play defense too well, so I had to play defense, and we went to a 5-3 defense.
I respect football, man. I was when I was in Miami, I tried out for football, and I was pretty good because I was fast. I was a wide receiver, so I was running the plays. But you got to really know those plays when those quarterbacks. I thought it was like simple, throw the ball if you're open, but it's really all plays, man. And you got to remember those audibles and all this stuff. So I was like, man, football is like chess, pretty much.
Yes, some people think it's checkers though, but it's this. Yes.
Yeah.
Chocolate girl, you ready?
Sure, I'm
Mhm.
ready. So, Cam,
Yes, ma'am.
the name of your company is what?
Smitty's Dream Vacations.
And how did you come up with that name? What made you name it that?
I just wanted to be original, because my last name is Smith, and I just felt like if you're gonna do business with people and they want to know, a reputable company, and they feel like you use your last name, that says a lot. So I just wanted to be organic and original as possible, and just combine it. Smitty's Dream Vacation, because some people want to travel and explore their dreams of their destination. So I put that together and just put the vacations behind it. Keep it simple and original.
Yeah, Smith is a good name to be
Yeah.
be creative with. My last name Mullen is just
Mm.
it's just nothing to it. I never wanted to use my name in anything because I'm like, it just doesn't have a ring. But anyway, I have to work on that. Have to work on that. But so are you a full service travel agent or do you just do specific types of vacations?
Yeah, we do Pacific types, and I am pretty much full to where,
Mhm.
depending on customers and how they correlate, and just depending on their services and how the calls come in. But yeah, um, we pretty much do both sides of the world. We do the timeshare packages, and we also do the normal travel packages as well.
Okay. So if you had an organization that wanted to travel, let's say
Mm.
to the Super Bowl, do you
Okay.
offer any type of special services for groups of people that want to attend the Super Bowl or
Right.
anything like that?
Yes, we could do group travel specials as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is that, would you consider that to be your specialty? Do you have a specialty that you're the best at?
Specialty would I would say would be both sides, but we do more of the timeshares because for some reason a lot of people like to be travel on the budget and don't mind taking that tour. So
Mhm.
yeah, we specialize more in the timeshare world versus more in the regular packages.
Okay. So, for somebody who's never been to or heard of or know what it is, explain to people what a timeshare package is.
So a timeshare package is where you go on a trip, you get to experience the beautiful resort all inclusive is if it is all inclusive, or you just do a normal resort. You get to enjoy the amenities, you get to like a normal vacation, but on the back end you do have to attend a conference to where you sit with a broker and they will show you investments. So think of it like real estate. Like if you go to buy a house, and then the real estate going to show you, realtor is going to show you around the property. It's basically the same format. They're going to show you what is there for you to invest in the condominiums, and they're going to try their hardest possible to get you to sign the dotted line with their sales tactics, pretty much
Mhm.
for the 90 minutes.
But usually it's in some nice location, someplace exotic that you want to go to anyway. So it's
Exactly.
like, come over here, stay here at our resort for free, but you got to listen to us talk for about an hour.
Yes, and it's
Is that
never
how
for
it works?
yeah, but it's never for free. It's a cheap rate. And
Mm-hmm.
exactly, yeah. So they get you into where you enjoy the accommodations. It's beautiful. This is the place you want to go, and then you look
Mm-hmm.
at the back end of it to where they're gonna, show you the timeshare and what they have to offer. And I tell people all the time, it's nothing bad about it. I mean, it's 90 minutes, just an hour and a half. At least you have the opportunity to enjoy the resort, um, eat, have a good time, and just have to take that tour.
Just on a personal note, have you ever heard of any one of your clients actually going through and buying from that, buying something from the people?
Correct. Yes, a lot of clients does. The percentage is pretty high, believe it or not. So that's
Really?
people.
Wow.
It's not as high as it used to be back in the early 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
but it's starting to trend back up because of
Mm-hmm.
the economy. Things is tough. You'll be surprised. You have people that's making over $100,000, $200,000. They prefer timeshare. They'll say, "Hey, I don't want to do. I need the cheapest thing you got. I prefer to do the timeshare."
Mm-hmm.
We tend to see it starting to spike up a little bit. That's like stocks starting to go
Mm-hmm.
up gradually now. People,
Yeah, you definitely got to watch the market, the travel market, I guess you call it. I guess you would have to watch that and see what the trends are, right?
correct.
So, how does a person know that they need to consult a travel agent? Is it a specific circumstance or is
Mhm.
it for anybody?
It's for anybody. It's all about networking. I mean, some people prefer to do their own bookings, and if they meet you or they see your services somewhere, and you can, all consumers. I think this is just my perspective. They like deals. They like better deals, so if they can see your services, can offer them something better than the general public price or better than they can get it for, wherever they can get it. That's what they know that they need you because now you have something they can get have access to. So.
Mhm. All right. And is this the only business you own, or are you just a serial entrepreneur?
Um, I focus pretty much on this. Still, trying to build this to where it's need to be. So there's always
Mhm.
to put in. But I do rentals as well. I have a rental service business, very small, but just rentals.
Okay. And how long have you been doing the Smithy's Dream Vacations?
On my own, I've been doing it now for 8 years.
8 years. Okay. It- how was it during the COVID, I guess the main pandemic? I'm sure it slowed you down some, but was it, you survived it. So that's to your credit.
Yeah.
And if you could just say what were like a couple of things that you had to do differently to make sure you did survive during that time.
it was tough. I mean, during that time, I did have some obstacles that to overcome to where
Mhm.
like, can I keep this business running?
Mhm.
People didn't want to work anymore because of the situation with being close to each other in the office environment. So it was a very difficult task, but I'm glad that came about because it showed me different ways how to do things.
Mhm.
And pretty much, I think what helped us was we fish right back in our same pond, to put it like that. We reached out to customers that helped build this company, and we were able to, rebook those people. That's why it's so important to take care of your customers. Don't treat them as a one-leg business. Treat them as a recurring business, because when it's hard times, who are you going to go to? You can't get any new customers, so you got to reach back into the pond that created you, and say, hey,
Mhm.
Becky, hey, I know it's COVID time. You did a package with us back in 2004. Are you ready to travel again? We need your support. And that's just pretty much what we did. We just reached out to all the past clients, and, they did it before. They always, it was positive, like, oh, yeah, you did a great job. You all did a great job. Why not? So that was just pretty much what we had to do during that time.
And see, that's very smart. One of
Mm-hmm.
the things that I've seen in my study of entrepreneurship is if you provide a good service
Mm-hmm.
and you fall on hard times and you need the help of your customers, to be honest and just say, we need your help. So it's good to hear you say that. I was talking to a restaurant owner
Mm-hmm.
about a month ago, and they were talking about the different ways they had to pivot during the pandemic, and they never had to shut their restaurant down.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more, he always treated his employees more like a family anyway,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so he had the buy-in from all of them
Mm-hmm.
to work for whatever they came up collectively to
Mm-hmm.
work for. So they all agreed to take cuts in certain areas
Mm-hmm.
to work towards the greater good of staying open afterwards.
Right.
And then they also pivoted. They set up grab and go.
Mm-hmm.
They actually somebody that worked there was good in construction. So
Okay.
what they did is they refabricated the side window and made it a like a delivery or grab and go station.
That's smart.
So instead of people having to come in, they could grab and go. And
Exactly.
then they started setting up tables and chairs just outside for those people so they could stay as the pandemic was dying down. And
Yep.
so if they wanted to stay and dine after the mask mandate ended, then they started doing that. And still it just kept building their business. Now they kept the outdoor seating and they're back to full services. They have all of their employees except one. And the only reason why that person was no longer there is because they moved out of state. That's
Uh,
it. But everybody is still there. And so he was telling me that it was tough, but being kind to his employees from the front end helped us result in the back end. And they also solicited the help of their patrons. They
mm-hmm.
told them, listen, we have to charge this automatic like 20% gratuity on every order now
Mm-hmm.
because we have to make up for that.
Mm-hmm.
All the regulars still came back. They didn't mind it.
That's
And plus, they tipped on top of that
cool.
just for being open, just for being open because lots of restaurants didn't.
Yep.
So it is something to that. And, asking your own clientele for help when you need it,
Yep.
it kind of establishes a partnership. That
Correct.
don't you think? Yeah.
Totally agree. You
And
definitely.
so that was leading to my next question about customer service. I heard you mention customer service before.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that does a small business in from the very beginning is the lack of customer service.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very, very important to get it right. In terms of customer service, is there one key thing that you do differently than other travel agents may offer?
Yeah, what we do differently is I can't speak for other companies, but we tell the truth.
Mhm.
You gotta be, that's just it. Respect and truth. You gotta respect your customers. And I
Mhm.
tell my agents as well, if you don't know something, don't blow smoke just for the sale. truth and product knowledge, and that's it. And
Mhm.
respect. That's the three things we operate on. So
That's awesome.
the biggest thing for us is telling the truth. If you
Mhm.
can't get the sale, it's okay, but we told the truth. And if they go around the block and make another phone call and they speak to this person, and that person potentially they they found out that person lied for a sale, or just trying to finesse them over, they'll come back because they know we speak on truth.
Mhm. That's
We
good. Well, integrity is key,
okay.
especially in this day and age when you don't even know what's real anymore sometimes. So
Yeah,
integrity is having good integrity. That is key.
yeah,
But
yeah.
okay. So Dennis asked you about um an unusual vacation
Mhm.
that somebody may have asked you about.
Yeah.
But has there ever been a time that someone asked for your services to book a trip that you felt you could not do? Like not because you didn't have the ability, but it's something that rubbed you the wrong way, or
Mhm.
you're like, nah, there's something not quite right. Has that ever happened to you?
A couple of times in my experience when I'm dealing with a customer, it happened. It happened before.
How did you handle it?
Just straight up honest. We can assist you based on your needs, and we, unfortunately at this time, we can't service you. But if you in the future something comes up, we can service you. But
So
please, look.
you did, yeah. So you handled it the professional way. There
Yeah.
was no big confrontation or anything like that.
And sometimes you have those people. You have those people.
Hmm.
If if they're having a bad day and they say, hey, let me speak to your manager. You just got to know. I tell agents as well because I've been on the phones all the time. I know how it is. I have that experience. If you don't know something, it all comes back to the point of being straight up honest to them. If you're having a bad day, you don't pretty much reflect that to them because if they're having a bad day and you're having a bad day, you're gonna bump heads. So I tell agents all the time, you just have to know how to neutralize the situation, be very, watch the way you talk to people, be calm and respectful, and that's just pretty much it. And that will calm the fire down on those type of people.
Very true. Very true. What's the most frequent travel destination that people consult your services for?
Right now, we're doing good with Mexico, like Cabo and Cancun for some reason. Orlando is
Mhm.
the hot spot, believe it or not. South Carolina a little bit, but I would say Mexico and Costa Rica for right now for us.
Oh yeah, Costa Rica. Have you ever been to Costa Rica?
I went one time.
What's it like?
Beautiful. The scenery. If you're into scenery locations, I would go there. They have a tropical rainforest in Guanacaste where you can
Hmm.
sloth. That's those slow things that climb. They have
Right.
your experience. They have waterfalls where you could get in the water and swim, mud bathing, surfing. If you're into, it has a complexity of different things for everybody, and that's what I like about Costa Rica. And they have that Latin food as well because it's Latin.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it has that Caribbean, but it has that Latin Caribbean style to it. So if you're into nature and you're into scenery, zip lining, animals, I would say even they have volcanoes. That's how complex that place is.
Wow.
It has everything in the pot.
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful over there. Very beautiful.
One of my best friends, she said that she wants to get her dual citizenship with Costa Rica, and she's serious about it.
Yeah,
She's really
everybody.
putting the plan into motion. So
A
good
lot.
luck to her on that. But yeah, I haven't been to Costa Rica. It's a place that I wanted to go there and Belize. I
Okay.
always wanted to go to Belize. I went to college with a girl who
Hmm.
was from Belize.
Hmm.
And I still say to this day, she's one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life, just looking at her, you know. And now she has a daughter who looks just like her,
Wow.
right? Her is like a twin, and she's just as beautiful. So when she posts pictures from Belize, because she travels back home some every now and then,
Hmm.
the water, just the water alone,
Very beautiful. Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's breathtaking. So yeah, but I have to get over my fear of flying over all that water.
Do
I
it.
don't have a fear of flying, just over large bodies of water. That's it.
So what I tell everybody to do when you go, make sure to do like Delta or United. Just get a shot. Take a shot and put your earplugs on and go to sleep. Put in some smoothing sound music, and you'll be good.
Yeah, that's what people tell me. They
And
have to drug me like Mr. T on
close,
18.
close.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that. I still saying I'm gonna try it. Dennis is trying to get me on a cruise ship, and I don't know if that's happening. I just don't know.
If you're not good with being on top of the water or traveling over water, cruise ships or you could, even though they have the stabilizers in the ship, you could tend to feel it sometimes. And if you never did it, if you do it, I would say take some motion sickness medication with you because you
Oh
definitely.
yeah,
I did it the first.
yeah. I definitely would have to do that. My whole thing with it is just being out in all that water.
Mm.
You like by yourself. I just, I don't care about feeling it. It's just being out there, and I know we're out there. We're just a spot in the ocean. I don't know.
Yeah, you just if you go with Dennis, I mean Dennis has a good personality, so you just gotta go with
Oh
people like
my God.
who can get your mind.
Dennis would throw me over. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. But my sister's been trying to, been wanting to get me to go. So he and my sister now have teamed up and
Okay.
saying that they're gonna, drag me onto somebody's ship. And I'm like, I like to see that happen. But anyway, we'll see. Well, maybe we'll have to consult you to get a trip planned. Maybe if you plan it, maybe I'll trust it. How about that? But is there any particular type of trip though? Is there any particular type of trip that you just will not do for whatever the reason?
No, because if things that what maybe I think the customer might not like, they might like it. So if that's what they want to do and it meet their needs, I go through with it because that's what they want. So I always put myself in the customer's shoe. I don't think about what I think is good because that's not a good sales tactic as well. You always want to make sure those customers are getting their needs met. So if I have I will let them know if I have my own personal opinion about that location. But I would do that in a positive manner. And if they feel like, oh yeah, you know what? Thank you for looking at it. I didn't see it in that way, or looking at it safety wise, and they go, oh yeah, that's true. That could be unsafe. Some people like that, and some people take that under consideration. Still want to do it because that's what they want.
So it's all about what they want, and you're very accommodating, which is good business sense.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Cool. So for those out there who are thinking about soliciting the services of a travel agent, including yourself, what are the top 3 things people should ask you when they solicit your services?
Just do you looking for great affordable vacations? Visit Smitty's Dream Vacations. That's going to take care of you, get you good prices, and speak on what they say and deliver. There you go. Visit Smitty's Dream Vacations.
Okay. And how do you market your business? Is it strictly website or social media? Do you do other things?
Yeah, so we do social media now. We do websites. I guess I had my website reconstructed with my social media technician. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Social media now is the top key. That's what we do. And word of mouth, flyers and stuff like that. We meet people anywhere. Hey, you need services? Here's the business card. So yep, social media and word of mouth.
And what city are you based from?
Orlando, Florida.
Orlando. Oh, Orlando.
Orlando.
Orlando is not in need of things to do. It's plenty to do in Orlando, I'm sure. But
People love to come.
They love to come there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've never been to Orlando. Only place in Florida I've been is Tampa, and I loved Tampa. I actually loved it. People were like, "Oh, you're not gonna like it." I loved it. I didn't have any problem with Tampa at all. It was beautiful to me. So
You gotta come to Orlando. You gotta go. You haven't went to the theme parks yet?
Nope.
Oh my God, you're missing a lot. Come to Orlando, go to the theme parks. Old Town is a little played out, but I would say just come to the theme parks. You know, Orlando is a boiling pot too. It has a lot of different culture
Mm-hmm.
there. You'll be surprised.
Well, everyone in my family has been, but me. I'm the only one that haven't been. I don't know how that happened, but I have not been.
You got
And
it.
I've always wanted to go there. And one of my best friends lives in West Palm Beach, and so I said I got to get to her first. I can't go traveling to Orlando. I haven't been to see her yet, so I have to get to see her first, and maybe we'll travel over to Orlando while I'm there.
You gotta
But
come and visit. You gotta come and visit Mickey and go to the Orlando
I
Magic.
know. I
Those,
love Mickey. I love Mickey Mouse. It's one of my all-time favorite characters of all time is Mickey Mouse. I just love Mickey Mouse. And I love basketball. I understand that you are a basketball connoisseur as well. Is Orlando Magic one of your favorite teams or?
no, they're not my favorite team. I watch them and I support them because it's my hometown. But
Mhm.
I watch them, but they're not my favorite team. But they're doing.
Who's your favorite team?
Lakers.
You all right with me then?
Yoo-hoo.
Yeah, that's my team. As long as it's not, Boston, I was fine. With whoever you picked. But yeah, I've been a Lakers fan my whole life. Don't be looking crazy, Dennis,
You
because
don't like
because he didn't say the Sixers. But anyway, see, he just had to come back in just to give us that look. But anyway, I had a question. He made me forget. Oh, okay, Orlando. So you're based out of Orlando. If people are traveling to Orlando,
Mm,
besides the theme parks, you said that you have a lot of diversity and culture
correct.
there. What would be a key place that people should visit besides the theme parks there?
I would say do the international. They have something called the Orlando Eye.
Mm-hmm.
People go there just to, it's a nice scenery. You got big Ferris wheel. They have rides. They have restaurants right there where you can eat and stuff like that. A lot of they have the world famous McDonald's. So they have a lot of activity right there with a lot of different cultures. So it's a good playground to, have some drinks and hang out and socialize and have a good time. That's like the central part of Orlando, pretty much.
Okay. Now, if I
Besides,
get when I get down there, now come see you.
I'm
Come
sitting.
see y'all and be like, hey, tell me where to go. Give me a map. I'm a map girl. Technology's cool, but if I
And
have a map in my hand, that'd be better.
And Orlando as well. Don't forget about the springs. We have some great springs in Florida. So
Oh,
Kelly Springs, yeah, like just like the water come out of the ground, fresh water.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got some of the best scenery springs in Orlando,
I did
especially
not know that.
yeah.
Wow.
So you come down. The best time to come is in the summer. So you could do boats. You could do if you like to get out in the well. You don't like boats too much, but if you get out in like one of those boats, you can drink, have a good time. You can do the springs. You can do the parks, but don't
Mhm.
forget the springs if you're into like beaching and stuff like that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of things to do here.
So, have you ever been to California?
Not stayed, but passed through a couple times.
Pass through.
Mm.
Okay. I was going to ask you the question, what people compare Florida and California often.
Uh,
And I was going to ask you what differences did you see? But the weather, depending upon where you are in California, I'll say Southern California, the weather seems to be similar from what
yeah,
I understand. But
correct.
the rain in Florida, they say it'll rain for 10 minutes and then it'll stop. And that's
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, correct. It's totally true. So based upon I have friends from California,
Mhm.
and they moved here to Florida, and they will say, "Yo, the weather is pretty much the same." But it's just that in
Mhm.
Florida, you can have snow 1 hour, then it'll be sunny, and then it'll be raining in the next hour again. So the weather is very changing. So you got to
Yeah.
so, but yeah, California and Orlando, Florida is very, very similar with the weather. And I think with the people culture as well, they have a lot of diversities over there too. So that's why it's so similar.
Okay. So, how can people find your company?
Just online. If you go, we have a platform on Facebook. We have a platform on Instagram, or you can just Google Smitty's Dream Vacations. That's plural. So SMITHIES Dream DREAM Vacations VACATIONS, and just Google us and you'll find us. Also, we have Instagram. You just put in Smitty's Dream Vacations. If you have Instagram, anybody watching, just follow us for your travel needs and be up to date on certain things. And if you have Facebook, we're on there as well as Smitty's Vacations, and that's plural as well.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Oh, my last question before I give it back to Dennis.
Okay.
In the next 5 years,
Mhm.
where do you see your business going in just in the next 5 years?
Expansion. We're looking to expand more, open up multiple offices, and expanding is the key thing of growth. We're just trying to expand more and more and more locations, and the goal is hopefully expanding to a different taking the business to a different state as well. So just expansion.
You have a particular state in mind?
Not yet. My wife, she's pretty much, we're still contemplating. We just bought a new house not too long ago, so we're just trying to put some stuff together and see in the future where we want to transition to. But not nothing as of yet.
Well, can I campaign for North Carolina? I will campaign for North Carolina, and let me tell you why.
Bye.
You have everything in this state.
Okay.
You have mountains and you have beaches.
Mm-hmm.
And we have more beachfront than most of the other states on the East Coast.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't realize that because North Carolina juts out into the ocean. So if you count all of this coastline, it's longer. And so we have all four of the seasons here.
Nice.
And like I said, we have mountains and the beach.
Mm-hmm.
We have professional sports. We have big cultural events here. Charlotte gets everything. The capital city of Raleigh gets a lot. I live in Durham. For Black history, Durham is like the mecca for Black culture in North Carolina. You can find one of the original Black Wall Streets are here in Durham. It's a state that has some of everything in it. So I'm campaigning for North Carolina.
And believe it or not, we planning to do a road trip. So my wife want to do a road trip to some different states, maybe go up the East Coast. And we actually plan to come through South Carolina and North Carolina. So that's definitely going to be on our bucket list to come through, check it out, and then go up north and then come back and go across to the west.
So you could just fly through South Carolina. Don't even stay long and then come to North Carolina.
We're going to do it.
It's better. It's better. Okay. So that's my last question. Dennis, are you there?
Thank you, Sharon.
Did he just leave?
Yeah, he was there. But
yeah, I'm here. There I come.
All right. Yes, North Carolina, the Tar Heel state. Come on up here.
Like
I can take you to Kitty Hawk. Kitty Hawk is where they flew the plane for the first time, right? And they actually have the statues and all this stuff of the flight.
Okay.
It's interesting. I've never seen it in person myself. Actually, I haven't, and I want to go. So, yeah.
I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. Now, in Florida, like some certain type of food or fruit is famous. Like every state has their particular what their tradition is. Like in Florida, we have the orange and the peaches, which is a fruit logo. What is your famous fruit logo up there? And I'm a fruit person.
The fruit, I don't know. The barbecue
there we go.
Is it.
Okay.
It's the barbecue.
Okay.
Carolina barbecue is different than barbecue found anywhere in this world, really.
Okay.
It's vinegar-based barbecue sauce. And because it's not tomato-based and it's not red, they automatically dismiss it and say it's not real barbecue sauce. Yes, it is. You got to come taste it.
I love that.
Like Georgia, they have that yellow mustard-based barbecue sauce. That's Georgia. North Carolina's is better. That's just how I feel. I like all barbecue sauce. Okay. Texas don't matter. I love it because I love barbecue, but barbecue is huge in North Carolina.
Now I had some good barbecue in Georgia when I went up to Georgia, man. Smoky ribs, sharp. and right up
Mm-hmm.
city there in the city. Man, that was some good. I mean, the meat was falling off the bone. Yo, it was some good stuff.
So, Dennis, let me ask him this question. So, as a Lakers fan, who is your favorite Lakers player of all time?
You know what it is. Come on now, you already know.
I don't know. I don't know how old you are. I
But
don't know.
well, Kobe, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. I used to play basketball back in high school as well. So Kobe Bryant was my favorite, and he
Mhm.
still is. And
Yeah.
I was his move on to he passed the torch to LeBron James. So
Hmm.
LeBron James is my guy right now.
Yeah. Mm.
You're
Well,
right.
we can talk after the show about LeBron. I'm an Ohio girl, so yeah, I know him very well. Okay, Dennis, I just had to get that in. I just wanted to get that in.
Thank you,
Kobe,
Sharon.
I would say that before Kobe, it was Magic Johnson for me. Magic Johnson is the person who got me interested in basketball to begin with.
He's good.
Yeah, he went to. In fact, he's a graduate of Michigan State. That's where I went to school as well.
Right.
And I was a little girl when I saw him play for the first time, and I was always a football girl,
Mm,
right? Watching football with my father and my sister and mom. But
mm.
then basketball, when Magic came, it was a wrap. I was like, oh, I love basketball. So basketball now is my favorite sport.
Yeah, Magic is good. He has the full package: the inside game, the shooting game, good pass.
Hmm.
He was never selfish. I mean, the teammates love him. I mean, he was just the full package.
Yeah, but Kobe won me over.
Yeah.
And come on, Dennis. I'm gonna keep talking every time you disappear.
Yeah, I noticed that. So let me
Because
let me
I
just ask
don't
this
like dead
question.
space. I don't like that.
All right, so Cam, let me ask this question. You started off with just you at the company. When did you start getting, different employees?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again? You're breaking
When
up.
did you start getting more and more employees?
Pretty much, I would say my second year into like the mid year and a half into the second year.
How many employees you got now?
Right now we have a couple, so we have I would say roughly about 13. Not so big.
Not bad. Not bad at all, though. Not
Hmm.
bad. So, now with all that being said, I got a vacation that I'm doing with you, which will be paid off this week,
Okay.
and I like the one I got with you.
Mhm.
But how do other people get different packages and stuff? Like if I tell them my package, and then I say, "Oh yeah, go to Cam, you get the same one." I'm not 100% sure you're gonna get the same. So I don't want to just tell people that.
Mhm.
So what would I tell them after they ask about, "Hey, where you go at? How'd you get that?"
Yeah, so basically what we do is call up, we run different promotions different week. So you just let them know, hey, listen, I got a great deal. I don't, you're not sure it's going to be what you got because we run promotions every different week with different prices. So
Hmm.
depending on the market is what we run to keep it, fun and entertaining for people. So somebody call in, they might get a package deal for $5.98. Then we'll be running a special where you get two packages for $8.98. So it's just depending, just let them know, depending on what Cameron, their company is, what type of promotion they're running. So we run different promotions every week.
And you know this too,
Okay.
Dennis. Cam, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
Something else you could say is, well, I can't tell you what you're going to get. I said, but I saved 40% by going through them. You know what I'm saying? You can tell them how much you save, what percentage you save.
Mm-hmm.
That way
Okay.
you're not nailed down to a price. You can just say,
Correct.
hey, I saved 10%, 15, 20, whatever.
Correct.
You know me, communication is key.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and I don't and see, I understand how key communication is being with you. So what I don't want to tell them is, hey, I paid this and I got it through
Right.
Cam, and then they be like, well,
Mm-hmm.
Cam ain't offered me that. He offered me
Right.
something. It was like $300
Right.
more, and I don't
Mhm.
like the fact that you got. So I don't say that. But what I'm going to say is they got different promotions that they do weekly.
Yes.
Make
That's the
sure you
best
hit
thing to
Cam up so
say.
you can see
Mhm.
what promotion best fits you.
Correct.
Yep.
And it will,
Best
and
thing.
it's guaranteed it's going to be cheaper than the general public prices. So,
Right. That's
mhm.
that. That's
That's
definitely
what's
good.
up. I like that.
Right. Yeah, I'm going on a cruise, Sharon. It's gonna be nice.
When are you going?
I'm gonna try to go July.
Oh, is this the one that you said you want me to go on?
You gonna go?
Not this July. I gotta wait a
Oh,
little while.
come on, Karen. Why would you get my knees shaking like that? Like you was gonna go?
Come
Why would
on
you get me
now.
that excited? You did that in front of all these people. You said that this is the one you want me going. You gonna sit there and tease me like that? See, I
But
set you up too because I knew you was gonna do it. I
you
set you up
you
on that.
didn't
Let
you
you know.
didn't say yes. If you had said
Yeah.
yes, maybe I'll think about
I
it.
said, "Is you gonna go?" That's what I asked you. You gonna go?
I don't know. I don't know. I
What,
might.
what don't you know? Is it the yes or no? Which one of them that you don't know?
Well, I don't think I can because my sister can't go in July, and she got to go
Okay.
with me. That's
All
my
right. So
security.
when
Yeah, my sister is my security blanket. She's
And,
my security
sister,
blanket.
sister Sheila.
and Dennis, when you pay off the balance for that cruise, make sure to book that cruise right away because that one they do have like a 60-day window on that.
Yeah,
So
I'm
make sure
definitely here.
as soon as you pay that off, make sure go ahead and shop on the things.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you offer payment plans and everything. That's good.
Yes.
That's wonderful. I want to go.
Yes.
Where's the NBA All Star Game weekend next year, Dennis?
I
I
don't
don't.
remember.
The question.
I knew it was in Indiana. So,
Yeah. I didn't want to go there. Huh?
and I know you wasn't gonna go to the one in Cleveland. I know it's not in Cleveland. Um,
I would go to
I don't.
Cleveland. I would go to Cleveland. I love Cleveland. Yeah, it's not in Detroit.
I doubt if it's in Detroit.
I love
I
Detroit.
highly doubt it.
I love
Yeah,
Detroit.
yeah. I can't
And
remember. I looked it up a little while ago, but I just can't remember.
oh, I don't know why I can't just look it up. All right, go
But
ahead. Let me look this up.
Siri will get it.
Right. Uh,
Siri. Hey Siri.
I ain't got Siri.
I got Siri.
Yeah, I ain't got Siri. I ain't got no iPhone. I might get one, but I ain't got no iPhone right now.
You come on, man. You got to get on the iPhone. You once you get into iPhone, you're not gonna go back out.
No, I mean, I would still have an Android because I got two phones, so I
I
would
just
still have an Android.
with people phones is either Android or is Apple iPhone.
I guess I'll be the difference maker on that. But is there anything else that you're looking to do to better, dream vacation, Smitty's dream vacation? Like,
Um,
is there other places that you want to go? Like, do you is there anywhere that you're not in good partners with? Like,
no,
maybe.
no. I mean, not we're in good standings with everybody. It just depends what you. I mean, even customer wise, you're saying.
No, no, I'm talking about places. Like,
Oh, it's just. Oh,
like,
okay.
like, 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 like you may be not doubting you or anything, but you may not have that many people that actually go to Thailand or Bangkok or whatever.
Mhm.
So, and you might be like, you know what, we might need to expand more over here in Thailand and Bangkok, just so we can see if we can get more people to come over here and see exactly what the travel expenses are and how we can help people save, stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say you take it right over my mouth. Yeah, Bangkok and Thailand, the Asian country is pretty much a place where I would want to expand more because my wife is Asian. She's from Japan, so
Oh,
definitely,
congratulations! Right.
I would want to expand business over there because technically the Asian culture they're big into saving money and getting the affordable best deal as possible. So definitely Asia is a place that I would want to expand. I love Asia. Have you guys ever went to Asia before? Any Asian
I've
country?
never been. That's
Oh
why
man,
I'm getting this passport. I've never been.
do it. Trust me, it's a different world. I go once a year. Well, once a year with my wife to Japan, and it is awesome, man. I mean, there's no place like an Asian country, like Japan, I should say.
Well, I've heard Japan is beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful,
I
and
was told that Japan is probably the most beautiful country over in Asia.
oh
That's
yeah,
what people who've been have told me.
most clean, most clean.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
mean, I'm gonna tell you a story. I was with my wife. I was going on the subway station, subway train. I'm sorry, and I spit on the ground. I think I was eating candy or something, and I got a wrapper in my mouth, and I went and spit on the ground to get it out of my mouth. My wife literally, she looked at me like she wanted to kill me, and then the security, like who let you go, like we organize people to get on the train. That's so good. They even have people to work there to tell you to stand here, to organize the flow of the traffic to go into the train. And he looked at me crazy like I violated. But actually, you're not supposed to spit in public over there.
That's good. I
That's,
wish we did that.
one of the things I noticed over there as well is no poverty. You don't see homeless people. You don't see begging people. I actually seen one homeless guy out of my whole time and years going over there. But you don't see homeless. Like 99.9% of the people over there are not homeless. No poverty, and it's clean as hell. I mean, no trash. Like it's all, like I walk around and I'm like, where's this freaking chip bags? Like
Nowhere.
Go to New York, every block you're gonna see something on the ground, chip bags.
Oh man, New York is crazy.
And you can I mean, it's so clean. And also their customer service over there is awesome. A1. You don't tip as well. You cannot tip in Japan. So when you're eating, I took out my wallet so many times. They're like, man, just take $10, take $20 in Yang. And they like, no. But the thing is about it is like their customer service, how they treat you for no tip. You sit down at the table and they throw the towels on your hand and wipe your hands. Towels are always warm. I mean, they put the ice in your cup and sprinkle it around in front of you. You drink it. They put new ice back in there as well. They don't just refill it. I mean, their customer service is the best in the world. Me traveling, that's the best customer service I ever had. And
the only reason why I know that is because I watched a lot of the Travel Channel.
Yep.
I'm not well traveled, but I do watch it a lot.
And I'm gonna tell you a story. One time I was going to the gym. This is how safe it is too, very safe. That's why we recommend people to go to Japan, because you don't have to worry. You can have like $10,000 and nobody gonna mess with you. So I was going to the gym. I was boxing, just doing the fitness stuff because I was over there for like a couple months. And I lost the keys to the Airbnb. So I said, oh my God, I got to run back to the Airbnb and make sure nobody, they didn't. Obviously, I'm a tourist looking at me, right? Black guy, tall guy walking around here. He's a tourist. They probably already know where I stay at. So I run back. I was like, man, I got to go. They're going to steal something. Something going to go wrong in the Airbnb. I walked the same trail going to the gym. Somebody took the keys and hung the keys up on the stop sign, like, the flash stop and go when you cross the street.
Yeah.
Keys right there on the street. Nobody messed with it. They just hang them up right there. And I was like, whoa. You're not going to find this anywhere.
Wow.
Anywhere else.
No.
You won't find it anywhere else.
How many people were walking by? When I was walking by that stop sign, you had like not gonna say thousands, but you had like 10 people out of how much people walk by and nobody touched those keys hanging.
Yeah. Well, see, they knew that the person who was looking for the keys,
exactly,
it would get their attention.
Exactly.
See, anybody else, no. But you happened to see that because you were looking for your keys. But that's awesome.
That's a different.
I did find out the All-Star game is going to be at Golden State, in Golden State area. What is it? What's that? San Francisco Bay Area, whatever.
Bay Area.
That's where it's going to be next year.
That's interesting.
I want to go. I've been to California once, and I've been dying to go back. Yeah.
It's going to be crowded over there as well.
Oh, well.
It's all right. We know people over there. We are.
Oh, that's right. We do.
Yeah, we know people over there. We're going to be all right. Yeah.
Vallejo,
So, Cam, anything else you want to talk about, Cam?
That's just pretty much it, man. I appreciate you guys having me on your show. Sharon and Dennis, if y'all need anything vacation-wise, you want to reach out to me on on a friendly, hello, how are you? You know how to reach me, Dennis. You can forward my information to her as well. But I appreciate both having us on here, having me on here, and sharing with the people what a Smitty Dream Vacations is about. So I appreciate that.
No
Good. This has
problem.
been
No
good.
problem.
This has been good. Yeah, I think I want to plan a mini cousins gathering. Both sides of my family, the first cousins like to get together every now and then. And I think it's mine and my sister's turn to plan. So I may be
Okay.
contacting you.
Thank you.
But
Appreciate it.
make sure you stay on after we put the music on so we can talk about some things.
Cool.
Well, Chocolate Girl, you got any last word?
Overcome your fears. I have some. I have some that are really crazy. Like I don't like to drive over bridges. I do it. I don't like flying over water, even though I don't have any trouble flying. And I know how to swim. I have no idea why I'm like that. But if you have fears like that that's holding you back, people, get a hold of them and work to overcome them. So I'm talking to myself too, Dennis. I am going to try to get over this fear of being a spot out in the ocean and taking a cruise. But we shall see. It's a work in progress. So that's my final word. Just face your fears, overcome them, and get to the other side of it.
And also, I have one thing to say too. I want to leave off with this. Also, people who are watching, have a relationship with God. I mean, He's the key thing
Mm-hmm.
where I'm at. So it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't for nothing. None of this would be possible, even though
Nope.
with customers as well. I thank them, but to all customers, I mean, to all people watching, reach out and get to know God as well. Have Him in your life. You don't have to be a saint, but believe in Him, have a relationship with Him, and blessings and blessings will come.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, I agree with that.
What about you,
And
Dennis?
I
What's
don't
your
have any last words, but I do believe you though. Go overface your fears, because ever since I stopped being scared to fly, I fly everywhere now. So,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
and,
And I
and
fly on cheap flights. I fly
yeah,
on Spirit.
I was about to say Spirit is okay.
I like Spirit.
Right?
I'm listening to Chad, Ocho Cinco. He swears by it. So hey.
What? $89 round trip. I like Spirit. But
Yeah.
thank y'all for coming out. God
Thank you.
bless.
Appreciate
Great
you.
day.
You too.